Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is probably super random for you because I know you're probably not used to seeing me with no makeup, but I did just receive this package that I had ordered around Black Friday time. I do not believe it worked with Black Friday deals, but it was on sale. It still is on sale. So this does retail for $96.70, and I paid, I believe, $87.03. I do believe that there was a discount code that I used with it. I don't remember, but the Black Friday one did not stack. But they do have one that it's kind of weird, but they have a pop up oh, sign up for our newsletter. But even if you don't sign up, it literally just says coupon code right here. So I did end up using that, and it did give me an additional 10%. I know that there are other creators out there. I can't quite remember, but if I do, I will link them down below. Let's go ahead and open this sucker up. So I have not opened this whatsoever. Let's go for the end that's taped. I'm really excited. So right where my name is, it opens. We're just gonna open it up because I want us to have this, experience together. So you got Makeup and Murder. We have our little order slip. It is a full collection, which I'm actually excited about. A little bit of cardboard is just popping up. So cute looking. I don't usually ever buy the entire collection of something, but being that I've never tried from this brand before and I really have wanted to, and also, I mean, let's not lie here, it kind of just got to me and I got excited, so I did want to buy it, so I did buy it. Alright, house is out, so I'm just going to unwrap it from this little bag. I am so excited. I really don't know why I've never tried anything from the brand. I think I just haven't thought about it, to be honest. So, I don't know how I'm supposed to open this. So right here, it does look like everything is a little disheveled, so maybe I will fix it real quick. So they are not fitting, but you do open it up. I'm assuming these originally did fit. I'm so not gonna be able to get rid of this. This is so freaking cute. So it does have 4 gel eyeliners. So this is what it was supposed to look like. It just got loosened in the mail. So let's just pop those open. So honestly, I don't really remember what the shades are, but I really just thought it was a good deal. So first up is the shade Horror House. This is what the packaging looks like on the outside. Has just some safety seals. So it looks like, I think this is a black. I will do some swatches in a second. I don't really know if we need to leave those on, so I'm going to, I guess. Next is the shade Blackout. Maybe not a black, maybe another black. So this does look like a straight up black. What shade is this supposed to be? I have to see. Maybe it's like a purple or a dark gray. Does it say? I don't think it says everything that comes in here. So to be honest, at least in their photo, Horror House just looks like a gray. And then Blackout looks like a black. So I don't know. We'll swatch in a second, but all they have is pictures of the eyeliner, so I don't know. Next up we have Murderer, which I'm assuming is a red. Ooh, I mean, hello. That is gorgeous. I feel like this is actually one of the first brands I've seen that has sealed for your protection. So that's a really pretty red. I feel like it looks almost orange on camera. And last is Kill Me Now, which looks like a brown. Yeah, that's a brown. So let me go ahead and swatch real quick these out. So I did go ahead and swatch these shades out. And then totally random real quick. If you don't know, I'm colorblind. So that is why this one to me now looks a bit more like a tealy kind of blue. Let me know in the comments what you think. But that is the shade Horror House. That one I did have a bit harder time swatching. I will say just real quick, it is super cold where I am living right now. So I don't know if that has something to do with the formula. I guess we'll kind of see. They do feel a bit currently stiff. So I did kind of have to work with them. I wasn't first just using just this little brush from Real Techniques. I was getting nothing, barely anything, very sheer. So I kind of rubbed my finger on there and it worked better. I am hoping that as these get within the temperature of my room, that they will swatch a lot better. So next up we have the Blackout shade. Then we have Murderer, which again looks, I feel a lot more orangey. It's orangey red. nice bright red. And then Kill Me Now, which is a brown. But that is what those look like swatched out. Alright, so I got those nice and secure. I don't know if the house needs to be open. I guess not. So this little flap does fold down, and we do have 2 pull-out drawers. There's like a little pull tab here, a little black one. I hope you can see that right there. I don't know what that's for, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull on this first yellow one. I love this packaging, but this is such like awkward. So this black drawer is all one piece. That's why it's not coming out inner by itself. So first up we have is the Murder House palette. So let's pull that out. So that little black tab actually goes into the palette to help it to pop out. So first things first, I guess I can just go through what my little mini review would be if I were to critique this palette. So there is not a shade name on the side, which is fine, but that is just something that I do tend to like. It does have a mirror, if that's important to you. Here are the shades. There are no shade names, which is a bit of a bummer, and then I'm just gonna assume that they are not magnetic. Let me try real fast. I'm just gonna get a little depotting tool. So no, these are not magnetic. I wish that I had a better way to test. I just try to pop this shade out, and it does come out. It is a little fragile, so if you do decide to depot this palette, just be a little careful. But yeah, this is what this sucker looks like. So far, I'm feeling a little apprehensive, but we're gonna, try to have no thoughts. We're gonna go ahead and swatch the first 3 shades. So it's like a red, a white, and then a pseudo red shimmer. So the red and white swatch, super nice. The red metallic shimmer, it's okay. I wouldn't write anything home about it. It's just alright. Let's go ahead and see though if I can build it up. It's just not feeling anything that exquisite, but it is pretty. I almost wish that maybe they would have done some glitter toppers or something. Like, I know Melt seems to really be doing that. Instead of a couple of these gel eyeliners, is having some, like, glitter eyeshadow things. If maybe their shimmer formula is not quite that good. I don't really know. Again, like I said, this is my first time ever playing with the brand. I do know that they are mainly known for their, like, pigments that they do. So tempted to buy the brushes, but I did not because I don't have any of the pigments, but they do have like these like flat pigment kind of brushes, which maybe one day we'll try out. But okay, let's go ahead and do the next 3 shades. So a silver, looks like a black. Okay, the black is nice, and then a brown. So these are what these look like. Swatch. Okay, the shimmer, the black is nice. That black is really good. I'm gonna do another layer of the brown. The black, I don't know. We'll have to use it today and see. I might be filming another video later on with this palette. So yeah, the black does lead on pretty well. The silver is probably the best shimmer that I can see in this palette. And then we do have a brown. The brown does look a little sheer to me, but it's not bad. I just realized there's another red in the bottom corner. It really reminds me of the palette that I had from Hank and Henry. It had like 2 reds, and I was like, do we need it? Granted, I know I'm colorblind, but like, do we need it? I don't know. So we got this teal, which feels kind of random to me. We have a yellow and a red. I'm gonna build up that yellow a little bit more because I think I might have some of the brown. And then I'm actually going to swatch our first red in the palette next to the other red. I just want to see how similar they are. The first one feels a bit more pigmented. So that is what all of those look like. So this one definitely looks a bit more orange. So I guess in that case, they do look nice with that. So far, my honest thoughts, I'm a little underwhelmed with what I was thinking, especially because this is pricey, $87 on sale. So this is a $100 value is what they're selling. It's cute, the packaging, but I really hope it's not all just packaging. So I'm gonna put our little drawer away, our first drawer. We're gonna go ahead and pull out our second drawer, which is all of our liquid lipsticks. Now, if you know me, I am a massive liquid lipstick fan, so a really big reason why I wanted to try out this collection is that it really had products that I would actually use. It didn't have anything that I would not use. So, first up, we're picking up Dead Zone. So that might be a black. Maybe not. I actually really like this packaging, though. This is nice. Little custom little medallion thing, it looks like. This is Makeup and Murder liquid lipstick, and then it does say the shade Dead Zone. Again, The box in the back is black. Are they all? I think they are all that same shade, so that's kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and do a little swatch. Ooh, that feels really nice though. Okay. Oh, that's really nice. So the wand, I think you can see that pretty well, is like this interesting, really flat curve. It is a stiff one, but it doesn't feel bad. So this is the first shade. I would call that like a chocolate brown. These might save it for me. These are nice. And next up we have Riddle Me Dead. So this, oh, this is like a green. Same packaging. It's actually, if I didn't say it, so it's almost like turned, if that makes sense. So it's a really nice piece of packaging. This is so pretty. It's like a deep teal, almost emerald green shade. Same wand, so I won't show you that again, but that's what that looks like. Very pretty. I am going to be doing a live with Connie, or in this case, it will already be up. Should be, I believe, on her Instagram, hopefully. If not, I will be posting a photo after the look, so you can definitely check that out if you're looking to see, like, my initial playing around with this makeup, like, for the first time. So this next shade is Deadly Sins. Looks like a red. I just realized I didn't shake these up at all. The first one I did, but this one I did not, and the one before I did not, so let's do that just in case, because we need to be fair. Yeah, this is definitely a red. Ooh, this is like a really beautiful red. That's what that looks like. I really like their liquid lipstick so far. If you can't tell, these are my favorite of the palettes. Or of the collection. Bloodthirsty is the next one. Okay, I'm confused. This is red. Is that brown? Okay. I don't know. I do think that the stickers are supposed to correspond to the shade, I'm just realizing. Oh, yeah, that you can tell it looks super green. This is a lot shiner. Is it like, I guess it's more brown than black. Love being colorblind sometimes. Okay, so Deadly Sins looks like a bit like a deep red. This is really red. It's supposed to be called Bloodthirsty. I hope I don't have the wrong one. I think I do. Looks like another, ooh, holy yow. This is gorgeous. Okay. I really don't know if they sell these separate. I will check that in a sec, because I'm actually pretty curious. This is, ooh, yes. I love that red. This is like an everyday red. I apologize if my videos feel a little chaotic, but it almost reminds me of the Lisa Eldridge ribbon. Let me swatch that real quick, because I really love that, and I've gotten nothing but compliments on that. And this might be a bit more of an affordable option. This is Ribbon by Lisa Eldridge, the liquid lipstick. What do we think? I mean, maybe not a complete dupe, but like pretty similar. These are pretty similar to these reds, but this one is definitely more. I wouldn't say this one's deeper, like the packaging. This almost looks a bit more like orangey, like a really orange fall. This is just like a really beautiful red. I'm liking that. Okay, we are up to our last shade, which this I think is Black Morbid, which you all know if you know. I love my black lipsticks. Love, 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 yes. Solid black. That's what we like to see. I'm very excited. Swatch you on the bottom. Ooh. Yes. That is a delicious black. Wow. That's gorgeous. I am super in love with that black. That is so freaking beautiful. Let me look real quick just to see if they are sold individually or anything like that. Okay, so it does look like everything is individual, which is super, super nice. So I do really like that. I'm on their site right now, so we could just roll through everything. The most expensive thing is the eyeshadow palette in the collection. It's not that expensive. This does retail for $18.30. The eyeliners are probably the most affordable, retailing for $4.35, and none of these are on sale. The only one on sale is the entire collection, which is $87.03. So we might do a little calculation real quick at the end. And then the liquid lipsticks, each of them do retail for $9, which is honestly not a bad deal. I think I would definitely, if you were in the market for some nice liquid lipsticks, look into these. That would definitely be my favorite so far. But let me go ahead and that's not my calculator. So I might have calculated wrong. Honestly, I don't think so though. So all the lipstick retailing for $9 a piece, so that was 45 plus the eyeliners, which are like $4.35, and the eyeshadow palette brought it to a total of $80.70. This is without any discount, and we are paying $87.03. So what I'm seeing is that, which granted, I'm not going to say that this packaging, because it is nice, this is really cute. I do really like it. But this originally cost basically an extra $16. You are paying about $7 for this little carton. Now, granted, this is super cute, but as a consumer, all I'm really going to say is I now feel stuck with this. I'm not going to say I don't like it, and in truth, I guess I could get rid of it if I really did want to, but I would definitely recommend if you are just interested in this collection, you do not need the PR box. Unless, like, that is something that this is your absolute favorite collection ever, you're gonna use it, whatever. I can at least for myself say that I feel like we have to keep these things. Now, granted, again, this is really cute. And for someone like myself who is a collector, I do appreciate it. I do wish that some of the products were a bit better. I will be curious again to play with it on the live just to really see if I can get a look that I really like. So I feel very like half and half. The lipsticks though, totally worth it. Lipsticks, totally worth it. Definitely buy them if you like the shades. Honestly, I would eliminate this one and maybe even this one. Maybe this one too. So honestly, I'd get the red and black, but that's just based off of my preference. So definitely do what is based off of course, your own preference. And really just make a decision if you think you need to buy the entire collection. For me, sorry to say, Makeup of Murder, at least for my first time just being without playing with anything, I would pass this. I would not purchase this in the future. I really will be curious to see what the brand comes out with next, but I will definitely probably be a little bit more reluctant to buying full eyeshadow palettes. I might either wait for a sale or just decide to pass, especially because there is so much more makeup out there in this sphere. And honestly, I really could build this palette with singles that I have much better quality. But sorry to end this on like a negative note. I'm not trying to be negative, and again, I do hope that I will do another video again. Check out that live if you would like to see just some like first-hand thoughts, like actually playing with the products. I think that would be super, super cool of you to just check that out just to see if you're curious my thoughts. That's going to be it for today's video. Let me know down below what you do think. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, all that fun stuff. If you want to see more fun content from me, everything will be down in the description for like links to follow me elsewhere, all that fun stuff. And I will see you on my next one. Okay, bye.